listen, okay? Before you guys go on your little tangents about how, oh, another missed week, technically it wasn't a missed week, okay? Yeah, I said it was going to upload on Monday. Yeah, I said it was Wednesday, and now it's Thursday. I get it, okay? I understand, but here's the thing. I pressed delete on the episode by accident. I was trying to upload it yesterday, and I pressed delete by accident, so that whole episode is gone. So I'm going to try to recreate greatness, considering that might have been one of the best 45 minutes of podcasting I've ever done. And you're just going to have to trust me. It is pouring rain right now, by the way. Like, it is torrential downpour, and I'm driving down this creepy woods roads, and I probably shouldn't be recording a podcast episode while driving in the pouring rain down the woods. But, I'm a good driver, so people need to understand that. I never get in car accidents. Nothing bad ever happens. Oh, shoot! No. So, lots to talk about, honestly. There was a whole, moment, I think, in that episode where, okay, nice high beams, moron. Goodness. Nobody ever knows how to turn their high beams off. And here's the thing. Normal people will flash... I put my turn signal on instead of turn my high beams back on. Normal people will flash their high beams at people when they have them on, but I'm not a jerk, so I'll just turn them off because it's good karma. I want to be known as the good guy, not the guy who flashes their high beams at people because they do stuff like that. That's so rude. Also, my wrist is still broken, if you were wondering. I don't know. Can you hear the windshields? Should I turn them down a little bit for the content? I'll turn them down for the content. Even if I get a car accident, it's okay. I mean, I won't. So, oh my gosh. No, shut up. I'm not going to get any... Ow! Sorry. Turning on a broken wrist is quite possibly one of the more painful things I can do. And I know you're asking, Harry, why don't you just switch hands and drive with your right arm and hold the microphone in your left? Because I can't hold things in my left hand right now. I think it's just because I was able to hold it last week. I cannot grip anything right now. I keep dropping stuff. I was dropping stuff at work all night, and they were making fun of me. I just want you guys to know how much I get made fun of at work. Like, it is unreal. It's either, oh, look, it's baby... They've called me Baby Harry before. Just because I'm the youngest person there. But here's the thing. I'm also a supervisor there. And you want to call me Baby Harry? This 33-year-old. Like, what? Only real ones know exactly who I'm talking about. I hate her. No. It's so annoying, though, because, I'm just trying to do my job, man, and you're out here calling me Baby Harry. I'm not a baby, okay? I'm 20 years old. I'm almost 21, almost old enough to drink, okay? Who do you think you are, call me Baby Harry? I'm trying to, make this episode long again, and I think I'm doing an okay job. What did I was stuck in a long traffic jam during this episode that I was recording. Hold on, I gotta turn with my left arm again. Wish me luck. Oh my gosh. My dad's about to go to work. Ow! Sorry. Turning with my left arm is just one of the most painful... Should I flash my high beams at my dad? I flashed my high beams at my dad. Because what's he gonna do? Fire? Oh my gosh, he just flashed his sirens at me. That scared me. He just flashed his sirens at me. That was, in the top 10 scariest things anyone's ever done to me. Dad, if you were listening to this episode, just know you flashing your sirens at me might have actually almost given me a small heart attack. I didn't like that. Dad, don't do that crap, okay? Do not do that crap. I'm allowed to flash my high beams at you. You're not allowed to flash anything at me. That's what she said. No, I got stuck in a long traffic jam when I was recording on, I think it was yesterday. I was recording an episode yesterday, the episode yesterday, and I was trying to upload it in the car, and I hit a bump and hit delete instead of upload. So it was a really good moment for me. I was really happy that I did it. I was like, yes, I get to try to re-record 45 minutes. And we're already 5 minutes in, so we're doing okay. We're doing A-okay, one might say. No, I got stuck in a really long traffic jam. And I think I was talking about how skilled I am as a driver because I was I was cutting people off, but so there was one lane open, and I was just like I was talking the whole time. Bye, Dad. He's leaving. Everyone say bye to Dad. No, I was because everyone was trying to merge into the one lane, and I just kept going. You just gotta assert yourself into that lane. You just gotta assert yourself. You gotta make yourself known that is your spot to get into. And I was 2 for 2. I did really good at merging into the lanes. I didn't give up hope once. And then I let people get into the lanes with me. Because good karma. Do good things, do good things and good things happen. Karma. Anyone ever seen My Name is Earl? Fantastic show that covers karma. Also very goofy, very funny, very silly. Yeah. And that was the basic gist of my whole little traffic jam. I made it a lot more interesting when I was talking about it then, though. Venmo. Those two words sounded a lot alike. Both my mom and dad are gone right now. Hopefully I see them again. It was weird driving in and just seeing my dad in the driveway. And then he flashed his sirens at me. It was really scary. Did I talk about that already? I think I talked about that already. Is there much else? Monday. Guess what I did Monday? I went Christmas shopping on Monday. I went to the mall. Alone? Harry, you went to the mall alone? Yeah, I did. And it was a fun freaking time. I actually had a lot of fun. I was happy. I got Auntie Anne's. I got Five Guys. I mean, that's not all I got at the mall, but I went Christmas shopping for family and friends and all my Secret Santa. It was unreal. I spent $600 at the mall on Monday. I went from like $1,400 in my bank account to $600 or something like that. It was really cool. I loved it all. And then I went into Hot Topic. I'll tell you what, I am terrified of that store. I am so scared of Hot Topic. It's just a freaky store to go in because it's like all dark and everyone's dressed all dark and it just scares me, man. It's freaking scary. Okay? And I told the lady at the register, I was like, I usually come in this place. It looks kind of creepy. And she said, there's nothing to be afraid about. And then I felt bad about saying that because I said it in a joking way. But I think we became friends afterwards. I actually think she wanted to date me. So I was like, ugh, fine. No, I meant like, oh, might as well, like that. Not like, ew, no. Like, I meant like, oh yeah, sure, like, why not? That's what I meant. Why is it so stinky in my car right now? Should we just get to the main point of the episode, which is Harry's top embarrassing moments, or Harry's top embarrassing life choices, one might say. It's annoying because I really told this story well yesterday, and I'm going to try so hard to recreate it. Should we start off with something else then? Just so I can try and build up to that. Okay, I didn't touch on this yesterday. We're going to talk about my shower playlist from when I was about maybe 12 years old. And I really thought I had it all figured out. So not only are we going to talk about my shower playlist, we're going to talk about how I showered. And before you turn it off, thinking this is about to get explicit, it is, but it's not. So when I was younger, I used to think that the witch lady from Snow White was going to peep her head through the shower and stare at me. Like her in her old lady form, not the young witch form, the old lady form. And I was just so scared that she was going to do that. I don't know what in my head was making me think that she was going to come to life and do that. I was also scared that there was like robots in my basement and Frankenstein was in my attic. I was just a special kid when I was little. I don't really know much else to say about it. I was an interesting chap, one might add. No, but the way I used to shower, so I was scared that she was going to peep her head through at me and look at me. So I would shower with the shower curtain open. I would straight up just shower with the shower curtain open. And this continued for a little bit, just because I was so scared that she was going to look at me. At 12 years old. That's pretty pathetic, I'm not going to lie. But, so here's where it gets awful. So I'm showering, just a normal day with the shower curtain open. And it was at our old New Jersey house, so the locks on the door were not very good. So you could usually easily just open the door sometimes. And, of course, my mother walked in on me. while the shower curtain was open, and I just remember screaming, "Mom!" Like it was her fault that she was going to walk in with the shower curtain open. Yeah, I don't know. And then I just remember yelling, "I just got in the shower curtain wasn't open for like any other reason," like something like that, like yelling, like just to make sure she knew I wasn't a wimp. Like I'm pretty sure that's exactly what she was worried about at that moment. Not the fact that she just walked in on Harry naked in the shower. I was thinking, man, she probably thinks I'm like a wimp right now. The shower curtain was open, so I'm yelling, "No, I just got in. I didn't have time to close the shower curtain yet. It's like I would like something like that." And I'm like, for the longest time, I'm like, yeah, okay, no, I saved it. That's not what she was thinking about. I'm pretty sure she doesn't even remember that the shower curtain... Well, she remembers that the shower curtain was open, but I don't even think that she thinks that. She's just scarred that she walked in on me naked. And, you know, I don't blame her. It still would be scarring seeing Harry naked, not gonna lie. But, yeah, back to showers. My shower playlist when I was around 12. Are you ready for this? Let me think. I would listen to the same, I think, 5 songs, and I don't even know if I can say this. I would have dances. I would dance in the shower, with the shower curtain open, still. This was a part of that arc. And I would, I can't. I would pretend I was in a concert, and all my close friends were watching me. And I'm just singing these songs. Oh my goodness, I can't do this. And, yeah, I would listen to the same 4 songs and just act out that concert every single shower. Goodness, man. And are you ready to hear the songs? The songs consisted of Feel This Moment by Pitbull and Christina Aguilera, Don't Stop the Party by Pitbull, I think there was a One Direction song on there, too. If You Wanna by The Vaccines, one of my favorite bands, one of my favorite songs of all time. Still holds up. I love that song. But I actually still would act that out in the shower, not gonna lie. But, yeah, a couple Newsboys songs, one of my favorite Christian bands. And then, the grand finale, It's Alright, It's Okay by Ashley Tisdale. So, that was my good little mix I had there. You know, actually, speaking of that song, do you know that song used to make me cry when I was little? I couldn't tell you why. It just used to make me so sad. It's Alright, It's Okay by Ashley Tisdale. Like, it genuinely used to make me so sad to the point where I would cry. I don't know why. I really don't know why. There's just sometimes songs have, like, certain tones, and I used to just get upset thinking about them. And I couldn't tell you why. Like, it could be the happiest song, but it would just have, like, the tone of their voice. I would be like, oh my gosh, this is so sad. And it would just, it doesn't make sense. Like, I don't get it either. Why am I getting sad over that? It doesn't make much sense to me. It really doesn't. Yeah. So, just know I showered with the shower curtain open. I cried to It's Alright, It's Okay. I had concerts in my bathroom, thinking all my close friends were watching me. No, I'm not thinking all my close friends were watching me naked. I'm thinking all my close friends were watching me at this hypothetical concert that I was throwing. Is there deers in my backyard? No, that's just me turning my head. Yeah, it was... I don't know what to tell you, to be honest. It was just a interesting time in my life. It led, I think it was like age 10 to age 12, something like that. Whenever Feel This Moment came out, it was around then. Let me think. I really just want to touch on all the embarrassing stuff I've done. Like, there was this time in chorus. It was my first week in public school. And I went into chorus because I had to take chorus because I came in so late in the year. I wasn't allowed to take band because they were already so far off. They couldn't train me in drumming, which is annoying because that could have been like the jump start of my drumming career or something. But yeah, so I had to take chorus. And I think it was my second day. My wonderful chorus teacher, he was a really cool guy. He was a really cool guy. He was playing Hotline Bling on the piano. And I pulled my phone out for some reason thinking, man, I got to get this on camera. And he immediately stopped playing when he saw me. He looks at me and he goes, phone, give it to me, now. I'm like, no, I wasn't taking video of you. I was. I was. I'm pretty sure I've told my friends this, unless this is where the truth comes out that I was not actually doing what I said I was doing. I go, no, I wasn't taking video, I promise. I was texting my mom. Texting my mom what's for dinner. And, I could have just easily been like, I'm sorry, I didn't know you didn't want me to film you. No, I've just had to make up that excuse. It all goes back to my suspension story on how I told him about the whole dryer thing instead of just saying my dog chewed my pants, which could have been so easy. I was just really scared that they wouldn't believe me, so I came up with an even stupider lie. I don't know if anyone does that. Like, are you ever so scared that someone's not going to believe you that you just make up an even dumber lie that doesn't make any more sense than the real one? So yeah, I tell them that, and everyone laughs at me. I mean, nowadays, if it had happened, I would have laughed too. But this was my first week in public school, so I'm already so scared of people. And the fact that there were all those rumors spreading about me too, which I won't touch on, they were just dark times. But it was just, I was so embarrassed. And I had to give him my phone in front of the whole class. And he pulled me up after class. He was like, was that really what you were doing? I'm like, yes, I was texting my mom what's for dinner. And it just became a whole running gag after that in the class, which I nowadays would have found hilarious. But I was just so upset about it in middle school that almost every class, he'd be like, Harry, what's for dinner tonight? And I'd just be like, it was so funny. And inside I'm just crying. Like it was an accident. But yeah, that was my whole little funny middle school experience. Should we move on to high school? A special little high school romance, one might add. A high school romance. Now, here's the thing. I'm a firm believer that you can find the one in high school. But I would say a majority of high school relationships are just straight BS. They don't mean anything. I am saying true love exists. You can find it in high school. Family, I've had family that's found love in high school. I'm pretty sure my grandparents did. But a lot of it is just BS. And I didn't realize that back in freshman year. So let's I was going to say fast forward. Let's rewind to the first day of school. I'm in Spanish class. No friends still, because it was high school. I didn't have many friends because I came in 8th grade in middle school. So I started out with not a lot of friends. I think one of the only friends that I've had since middle school has been Isaiah and Nick, if I'm remembering correctly, which is insane. Yeah. But so I didn't have many friends in high school. So this girl walks in, and I remember thinking, oh no, I was going to say she looks weird. I didn't think that. I actually thought she was beautiful. But I remember hearing her talk. No, that sounds even worse. I didn't mean it like that. Just the stuff she was saying where I'm like, wow, she's an odd one, isn't she? She's an odd one. And, yeah, I'm just thinking that the whole year. And then I find out she's in my math class, and we sit right next to each other. And it was around the time of high school where I was breaking out of my shell. Like, making more friends and becoming Harry. But it was freshman year Harry, so it was like, if I had to describe freshman year Harry, it would just be freshman. Like, if you were a senior and you saw me as a freshman, you'd be like, yeah, that's a freshman right there. That is definitely a freshman. Just the way I acted was just I was so sporadic and so chubby and little and annoying, and I would embrace it, honestly, and that was the worst part about it. Like, I could not keep anything, and I would just be so... If I could go back in time, I would honestly just beat the crap out of myself and tell me to get better grades and just pay attention. Being the class clown can wait. But yeah, so I'm just cracking jokes left and right in math class. She's sitting right next to me. She's laughing at everything, and I'm like, okay, this is interesting. Something's going on. I remember thinking, something's going on. This is interesting. And, I'm not going to name drop anything. I just realized I was about to just totally drop names. I'm not dropping any names because I'm about to speak some unreal crap. No. So a couple months go by, and I remember the day I asked her out, my friends were like, it was just so, like, built up. Like, it just had to happen at that point where everyone was like, we know you both like each other. It's just, you just got to make the move. And if any of you know me, you know I am terrible at making any type of move. I'm terrible at picking up signs. And it's annoying because, this is going to sound stupid, but it's annoying because there's so many people that I have liked in the past that I was just, I don't know, was I picking up signs? Was I picking up wrong signs? I don't know. But, back to the other thing. One embarrassing story at a time, please. No. So, fast forward, I remember them saying, Harry, if you don't ask her out before this period ends, I'm asking her out for you. And, well, they didn't ask her out for me, and I didn't ask her out before the period ended. I remember walking down the hallway and saying it to her. I'm like, listen, and this is the worst part. I didn't stop her in the hallway to be romantic or anything. We were just walking to class, and I just remember, that's how you know it was just a high school relationship. I didn't think that at the time. I thought it was, I thought it was Endgame right there. I really did. Now I know it was just a high school relationship. I'm pretty sure I realized it was just a high school relationship like a month after we broke up. Not even, maybe a few weeks. But yeah, I remember telling her hey, I like you a lot. And she just goes, I like you too. And I remember in my brain, I'm like, what? What? I just got forced into making a move and it worked? This worked? Because I've only made 2 moves on women. That sounds weird. But I have only told 2 women I've liked them in my life. 2. And I haven't even told my family about the second time because it was just so humiliating because she didn't like me back. But I actually might have told Kaylee, to be honest. Kaylee might know and some of my friends might know, but it was just too humiliating that I couldn't tell anyone. But, yeah, so she says she likes me back. I'm like, oh, okay. Never been this far before. But, why do I keep saying but? Like, whatever, Harry, get it out. No, so we are talking, we're like, all right, let's make this happen. Let's date. Let's be a couple. So we're a couple, and things are going so well. We're doing well. I'm texting her, hey, what you doing right now? Or I think I used to just text her, hey, and then we'd talk for maybe 15 minutes and then call it a day. It's what we would do, unfortunately, but that was just high school. She was into it. She was like, whatever. And I remember one day texting her. I was so nervous. For some reason, I was so nervous to tell her she looked beautiful. I don't know why. I remember texting her, you look nice today. Come on, Harry. Just say it. I don't know why I was so scared. You're dating this woman, and you're just so scared to say the word beautiful to her. I don't get it. I don't get it, man. And I remember, I think it was that day. That day was our first hug. Oh my goodness. Harry's first hug. I remember treating it like it was a first kiss. We did kiss. I'm not getting into that, though. But, I remember our first hug. We hugged, and I was like, I remember walking away like, yeah, you are the S word. You did that. You are the crap, man. Look at you. You just hugged her. I remember telling my mom. I remember going home and telling my mom. I remember going, hey, Mom, guess what? I hugged her today. And I think she was proud of me, or she was just like, okay, that's just a hug, Harry. But here's the thing, I didn't know the only other people I had hugged, the only other women I had hugged in my life was my family. So I was like, Mom, I just hugged my girlfriend. And I remember telling her that. But, yeah. I've hugged plenty of women after that, it's like, whatever. But, a couple of weeks go by, it's Valentine's Day, the big day. I remember saving up, or working around the house, saving up money to buy her stuff. I think I got $50. And as a freshman, $50 is like $1 million to you. Or at least for me it was. And, I remember she said she liked white chocolates, so I had to look all around for white chocolates. And, so I bought her white chocolates. I bought her a big heart-shaped box. I bought her a card. I bought her, I might have bought her a gift card somewhere. Some spa or something, I don't know. And I remember walking in. Oh, I bought her a cookie from Giant that had pink hearts in it, too. Freshman year, Harry was killing it. But, yeah, so I remember walking into high school that day thinking, Harry, you're about to make someone's day right now. You're about to be one of the coolest people on the planet. And I remember, so I think in high school, it was high school. So high school, you could, on Valentine's Day, get a rose sent to your person. You get sent to their class and they hand deliver it to the person you're dating. And I didn't do that because I didn't know how to do it, and I ran out of money, and it was like $2. I had spent all my money on her already. So I remember walking up to her, and before I could even give her the bag of goodies I got her, she goes, "You didn't get me a rose?" I'm like, "Oh, no, I didn't." And I remember just thinking, okay, this is your chance to pull it out. So I go, "And I got you this." And she just goes, "Just give it to me during fifth." And freshman year Harry, he was just so starstruck at the fact that he had a girlfriend where he was like, "Okay, that's fine." Didn't pick up any signs that, But yeah. So, fifth period rolls around. I give it to her. She starts sharing the candy around with other people. And I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just like, I spent all this money on you and you're sharing it with everyone else. It's like, do you actually even like what I bought you? I don't know. It was just funny. And so I think a couple weeks rolled by, and then she just completely disappears off the face of the earth, to me at least, not to anyone else. She was texting other people, but yeah, I remember just texting her, "Are you okay? If you need anything, please let me know. I want to give you space, but please let me know. Are you okay?" And she was just ghosting me the whole day. Come to find out, the next day at school, she says her parents found out. She did not want me to meet her parents. I wanted to meet her parents so bad. Apparently, she never told her parents about us. So, we never even went on a date, technically. I'm thinking about this right now. We didn't go on a date. She didn't want to go out with me. I think, here's what I'm thinking right now. Like, I'm making this realization right now. I thought it was a relationship. I think she just wanted to say that she was in a relationship. I wanted the full-blown thing. Okay, now that I'm thinking about this, is this really my fault? I don't think it's my fault. I don't know. Let's finish the story first, and then I'll let you guys decide. So that day rolls by. I'm like, okay, this is bad. Because I walk up to her in the hall. I just want you guys to know, this isn't like scarred in my... I mean, it is, but it isn't like something where I think of every day. I just have an incredibly good memory. You can ask anyone close to me. I just have a really good memory and remember things. I remember everything. So I remember walking up to her, and I'm like, "Are you okay?" And she goes, "My parents found out." In like a really "my parents found out" tone, and just walks away from me. I'm like, okay. So she's ignoring me all day. I think fourth period, yes, it was the end of fourth period. I go to our usual meeting spot. She's not there. Oh no. So I walk over, because I was like, I'm sorry, this is like psychotic behavior, but I walked over to her class, and I'm like, "Hey, can we talk?" And then she goes, okay, I'm about to spill some beans. I used to tell everyone it was a mutual thing that we broke up. Cat's out of the bag now. She dumped me, guys. This is why it's embarrassing. This is why it's an embarrassing story, because for years I have told people it was a mutual understanding. Yeah, she dumped me in the hallway. And I remember asking for one more hug. Not even a kiss. I asked for a hug, and she just walked away. So that was I remember crying in sixth period, and that was my funny class too. So that was a different day. I remember skipping school for like a whole 2 days too. She went to school fine the next few days. I skipped school. I was just heartbroken at the fact that this happened. But here's the thing, it all turned out okay. I realized eventually, I think a week later, that it was a high school relationship. That's what happens. After long talks with my family, like sisters and mom and dad, it's a high school relationship. That stuff happens. Unfortunately, I didn't get to witness a real relationship yet. That's pathetic. Why did I say that? But I didn't mean to say that. Maybe I'll take that part out. That sounds stupid. But it's going to happen. Anyway. Let's think. Are there any... So that was the moral of the story. I was kind of stupid. Just a tad stupid and young. So let's go to another story. Should we do one more story and then end it off? Do I even have any other stories? I just live such a perfect life, so I don't even know. Am I, that good? I'll make one more story, and then I'll do an announcement. I do have a special announcement for you guys as we reach the 30-minute mark. Please tell me you're still recording. Okay, you're still recording. So, let's see. Well, at work, when I first started at Antec, we have these things called histos, which are histopathology. It's like tissue from animals. For the longest time, I think a whole 2 weeks, I was calling them hysterectomies, and everyone was just letting me call them hysterectomies. Which, if you don't know what a hysterectomy is, it has to do with the female body part. But I was just calling them hysterectomies, and I remember finally Sierra says to me, "What did you just say?" And I'm like, "Hysterectomy? It's histopathology." And immediately my heart sunk. I'm like, oh, I've been talking about hysterectomies in front of everyone. I said it to the big boss. I said, I learned how to do hysterectomies. And then it's been a little running gag since then. It's, yeah. Yeah, I don't. Oh, I just remembered a good one. One time on New Year's Eve, we used to go to my grandparents' house on New Year's Eve, and so where am I going to start with this story? Let me just start off by saying I know how to moonwalk now. I mean, I don't know how to moonwalk, but I know what moonwalking is now. I didn't know what it was then, and that leads into this story. So we're at my grandparents' house. It's New Year's Eve. Everyone's hanging out in the kitchen, and I walk in because I'm a nosy little boy. I wanted to see what's going on, and they're like, "Harry, do you know how to moonwalk?" And I'm like, yeah, I know how to moonwalk. Just don't look at me while I do it. And they promised they closed their eyes. I really hope they had their eyes closed because of what I was doing. But I think about this almost every day just because of how humiliating it is that I actually did this. So, I begun to try to bounce like I was actually on the moon. Instead of walking backwards and sliding my feet, I was trying to bounce around. Like, you know how people walk on the moon with low gravity? I was doing that instead of walking backwards. I know what moonwalking is now. I just want you to know that. I don't really know. And I just remember running away thinking, they probably think I'm so cool for that. They're probably trying to figure out how to do that themselves. They're not thinking that. They're probably thinking, we need to get this guy tested soon. Yeah, so that's about it with my embarrassing stories. I have a few announcements to make, and yes, before you say something, you're like, oh, another announcement from Harry. Yeah, I know. Okay, I go back on my word a lot. But these are things I'm not going to say are going to happen. These are things I want to happen. So in the next week, some of my friends are coming back from college. I want to record a big episode for a Christmas special. I want to see if they can do it with me. Hopefully they can. That would be amazing if they could. Christmas album releases Friday the 23rd. I hope you all are so excited as I am. There's going to be 4 collaborations, which will be announced soon. I have to get the official song list done. I'm still recording a couple songs. If everyone could just please tell Kaylee to record Winter Wonderland with me, that would just be really wonderful for me. So thank you. And I don't know. I feel like I've covered most of the stuff. I feel like I've covered everything somehow. I got the day off today. I'm really excited. I feel like I did pretty good. I know the last episode was almost 40 minutes long, but it's been 34 minutes. Should we spin the wheel? Like the good old days, should we spin this Tiny Decisions wheel and see what happens? Alright. Let's spin the wheel. Would you like a world with magic in it? I already live in one with magic in it. It's called Harry Frickin' Bickings. Let's see. No, I've done that like 40 million times and people have laughed at me for it. Try to make Harry laugh. Balls. Failed. If it was your choice, what would you have named yourself? I gotta go with something ridiculous like, I'm thinking Benedict. Or Raphael. Something fun like that. Like, Harry's great and all, but, like, can you imagine, like, naming me Ronaldo or something, or Benedict, or Christopher. I don't know. It'd have to be something fancy. Charles, Prince Charles. Well, that's already a person. Yeah. I feel like I should end the episode before I do more stupid things. Guys, I know I don't do many intros anymore, but I just want you to know you're amazing. You're killing it. I'll see you next week for the Christmas special. And please, do not forget with this outro. Just do not forget. It's alright, okay, it's alright.